You're live as soon as you walk them.
Who's your teammates?
Hey.
What's up, dude? You're Henry?
Yeah.
All right. Who's doing this?
Hey.
Logan, who's your teammate, buddy? Who's Brock? What?
Johnson.
Brock Johnson?
Yeah.
What's your story, Brock Johnson?
Well, I'm from Kansas City, but I had a league out there when I was younger. I'm just here for school, and then I'm entering for the Diamondbacks right now.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Logan, Carson, the radar's not working.
Do this.
I don't do this stuff.
Hey, the radar's not working. How do you get it on?
Is it on him?
Yeah.
Logan, here. Dad, you can do this, right? You've done this before.
I'm not doing that. Not happening in a million years. Not happening.
We can't.
Yeah.
Can you?
What am I supposed to do?
You just like, actually, with the strikeout, you say K. Or backwards K if it's a little. Have my dad do that.
No, I'm not doing that.
And then you write just write 1B if it's a single.
If it's
We ready to
don't
go
do
for
many
announcing?
errors unless it's a blatant error. I'll tell you.
Alright. I need a pencil though.
Can you go with the loss and grab one? Yeah, you're good on announcements.
Logan, we ready to go? Brock Johnson?
Yes, sir.
All right. How old are you, Brock Johnson?
I'm 21.
Are you going to move out here, or you are moved permanently out here?
So I'm at GCU right now. So I'm just staying on campus there, but I think once the internship's done, that'll kind of help me decide what I want to do. But see if there's a job out here or something.
Who do we got? Jackson Blum, Joey Jankowski, Mike Toohey.
Yeah, just like write everyone's name in their order, and then each time they come up,
Where's the lock?
It's about that time at Rose Field in this marquee matchup between last year's runner-up Western Wolves and possibly this year's favorite, the Arctic Altitude. Deputy Commissioner and team captain Joey Jankowski drafted well this year. And we're going to see his star pitcher, Mike Toohey, on the mound. And for the first time, combined with Jackson Blum, a star of York, Pennsylvania, and almost a runner-up in last year's 17U National Championship. The Wolves will be boasting a new player today, Brock Johnson. We've been asking, who is Henry Stratton? We're asking now, who is Brock Johnson? Brock Johnson is apparently from Kansas City, Missouri, an intern for the Diamondbacks, a wiffle ball enthusiast. And yes, we should also welcome the greatest announcer in wiffle ball history. Jason Rose is on hand today for today's festivities. Jackson Blum flew in from California yesterday, and what was his first question? Are you announcing today? Yes, I am. Yo soy. In Espanol, that means yes, I am. Estoy aquí. Let's get this game started. Luke Rose will be in left. And the newcomer, the rookie, Brock Johnson, who just became 21 years old. He can drink, but can he play wiffle ball? We'll find out soon with Logan Rose on the mound.
Logan, what's the batting orders?
Deputy Commissioner Carson Rose will join me along with, you heard it before, Henry Stratton. Henry Stratton, friend of Reed Umar.
Logan, what's the batting order? Okay.
It's 5 balls, right?
What's your
Five balls, 3 strikes for
Jackson,
viewers
what's your
around
batting
the world.
It's me,
And Jackson Blum
What?
Tui Joey.
in from Redondo Beach. Can Jackson Blum handle the heat? It's his second year in big league wiffle ball. Getting outside of his norm of 78 degrees and cushy in Redondo Beach. Welcome to 103 in Paradise Valley, Arizona.
1, 2, 3.
He got over his jet lag yesterday after his 50-minute flight from Redondo Beach. Here we are, a 3-game set between the Western Wolves and the Arctic Altitude. Jackson Blum, in a curious decision, is going to lead it off. He's got a great arm, but a slight stick, as they say in Redondo Beach. Logan Rose on the mound. Luke Rose, a former league MVP, in left. And the aforementioned Brock Johnson in right. Logan Rose looking crisp early. Hits the mile-per-hour limit of 73 right on the mark. Jackson Blum, welcome to Arizona. 1-1 count. Good rip, but 74. That's a strike. 1-2. Blum looking for any advantage, complaining already, whining even. Down low, 2-2 with the quick pitch. The Wolves boasting these uniforms that look like something from the San Diego Padres in the 1980s. And Blum swings and misses at the sweeper. Quick out for Rose. And here comes the dangerous, the MVP candidate, the rookie to big league wiffle ball, but not to wiffle ball himself. He's a veteran, Mike Tui. Tui's hoping to be a veterinarian after his studies at Midwestern University in Glendale, Arizona. Great pitch. At 74, that's a
ball.
That's a ball. 3 balls, no strikes. As Luke Rose plays very deep in left center field. Logan Rose showing a lot of respect to Tui. Bends it in at only 63. 4-1 count. Reminder that's 5 balls and 3 strikes in big league wiffle ball. Great bender. Confused Tui on that. He's had a good start to his inaugural season in big league wiffle ball. Oh, and Rose just missed downstairs. And here comes Joey Jankowski. Jankowski, a co-founder of the league in 2020, deputy commissioner, son of wiffle ball legend Tom Jankowski, plays for Paradise Valley High School's varsity baseball team, sporting 16 today. Good pitch from Rowe.
No, that hit. That definitely hit.
Deputy Commissioner Carson Rose has ruled that was a strike. Quick decisions here in big league wiffle ball.
That hit. 1-1.
Good pitch from Rose. Took a little off that at 68. He's ahead in the count. 1-2.
No.
Nope, as Luke Rose plays in Cave Creek, very deep, where he's playing in left center field. 2-2. The Arizona Diamondbacks are playing the San Diego Padres right now on the coast, and that's it for Jankowski. He looks at a called third strike, and here comes Jackson Blum. Blum started last season with a home run early in Game 1 and then struggled at the plate repeatedly throughout the season. Will this year be different? Number 19. Another good curveball from Rose. Gets ahead in the count 0-1. Down low at 74 miles per hour. Good swing, but a better pitch from Rose, and he's heading the count 1-2. Unbelievable sidearm pitch from Rose. Starts way outside, comes back in, drops down, hits the velocity right on the mark. The Wolves retire the altitude, but for one walk. And an interesting move, Deputy Commissioner Joey Jankowski and team captain is going with the import. Jackson Blum on the mound to start rather than Mike Toohey. '76. Blum has not played with the lower mile per hour limit yet. Find out how challenging it is for him. He's got great stuff on the mound. Showing his sweeper. Showing a little drop there, a little sinker. Starts up high. The altitude sporting a 4-2 record on the year. The Wolves at 3-3. Very competitive with the additions to the league this year. And up steps Logan Rose, the batting average leader last year. Joey Jankowski in right. Mike Toohey in left. Look at Blum getting on track early here. No rust. No WD-40 needed for the right-hander. Another inside-out pitch, just missed inside. Good swing from Rose. He was all over that. You know, Blum has the most interesting shoe wear in the league. Rocking the Vans. No spikes, no assistance. Blum is expected to play again in York, Pennsylvania this fall. 3-2 count now. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Oh, and that's a nice pitch from Blum. And here comes the playboy, Luke Rose. Working the Valley's teenagers like nobody's business. Steps up against his teammate from York, Pennsylvania. It's interesting that Jankowski's dad, Tom Jankowski, has not been out here to see a game this year. He's almost cultish in his affinity for good movement from Blum, for wiffle ball, we should say. The free swinger gives it a rip, but simply fans off, cools off the altitude. That's going to feel good tomorrow. 3-2 count. Toohey playing in and left. The very tan Joey Jankowski in right. Perfect pitch from Blum. Not much a right-hander could do on that one. Henry Stratton, welcome to the booth. What do you think of that pitch from Blum, and what do you think of his performance so far?
His performance has been unreal in this opening inning today here at Rose Field, and can't wait to see more of him.
Welcome to the show, Henry Stratton. Blum, looking crisp early. Who is Jackson Blum? Brock Johnson at the plate. Making his big league wiffle ball debut. The intern for the Diamondbacks, the wiffle ball enthusiast. Got good bling going on, too. Good pitch from Blum, especially with 2 strikes. How did Johnson lay off that pitch? Two outs. And that's a foul tip into the zone. Blum looking good early. No rush from the Redondo Beach resident. And after 1, we're still tied at 0. Got some good energy in the booth today. Deputy Commissioner Carson Rose, what do you think of what you've seen so far? Carson Rose had a big varsity basketball day yesterday, knocking down 4 threes in Game 2 at Mesquite High School in Gilbert, Arizona. Here we go. Brock Johnson will be back and right.
You always go after.
With Luke Rose playing basically behind the left center field wall in left. We don't know if he catches one behind the wall, if it's an out or a hit. As Mike Toohey will step to the plate. Toohey faced off against components of this team in the Western Wiffle Ball Championships last October, which returned to Scottsdale Stadium after a stint in Goodyear, October 19th, in just a few months. Toohey hit a big home run that got his team in the lead against Logan Rose and Carson Rose. Drew a walk his first time up. Rose being very cautious, very careful with Toohey. Nice job. Brings it back to 3-1. And it rips it right to Rose. He goes to first. Brock Johnson, nice glove at first. Really nice job by the Christian Walker of Big League Wiffle Ball, preventing Toohey from advancing to second or even third. Really nice job.
Can you click the on-off or the
infield single for Toohey? And here comes Deputy Commissioner
one more?
Joey Jankowski.
Oh, no, we're good.
Nice pitch from Rose. Just nicked the zone. Really good pitch right at the limit of 73 miles an hour. Mind you, these pitchers are only 46 feet away, which makes it like 100 miles an hour in Major League Wiffle Ball terms. Rose goes to the quick pitch, but falls behind 3-1. Nobody out. 3-2 count. These are the moments where teams win or lose based on full counts. Just misses them, and the altitude are threatening here in the top of the second. 2 on, nobody out. And the pitcher, Jackson Blum, comes to the plate on this 103-degree day in Paradise Valley, Arizona. Is Redondo Beach going to wilt, or is he going to rise to the occasion? Luke Rosen left, will be a Wildcat this fall at the University of Arizona. Going out with a high school bang before he goes to college. Here we go. Logan Rose at the plate. Where do you go to school, Henry Stratton?
What?
Where do you go to school?
I do it online.
Do online. Okay. Oh, right back up the middle. Look at Jackson Blum. Comes through. We have a no playable. Luke Rose calls it unplayable.
Joey,
that
you're at
will
third.
score a run. Jankowski back to third. Jackson Blum flips his middle finger at those who say he can't hit. Right up the middle with a double. The Altitude take a 1-0 lead. Second and third. Nobody out in the dangerous Mike Toohey. The Wolves are rattled. They are not howling at the moon. As Rose falls behind 3-0 in the count. 4-0. One ball away from loading the bases and nobody out. Toohey goes for it, just misses. Or 1 count, nobody out. And Toohey hits it. Luke Rose with an incredible play. What an unbelievable catch with his left hand. We were questioning why he was playing so deep, but wow. Luke Rose might have saved the game. We'll see where this one goes, but what an important play from the veteran.
Like line out to the third.
I'm interested. Like, who was that? No?
That looked like a grizzly bear pawing a salmon in Alaska. What was Jankowski looking at there? It was basically on a tee for him to hit. Instead, he's behind 1-2 in the count. 1 out, second and third. Altitude looking to put this away, but Rose puts away Jankowski. And here comes Blum, the hero of the second inning so far. With that big double, unexpectedly, to give his team the lead 1-0. It's like Jankowski's working on his tan rather than his batting skills.
Quick? I want to see if it.
What?
Just click record on it. The red button. Yeah, there you got it. Okay, good.
Brock Johnson, the Kansas City Chief fan, the intern of the Diamondbacks and right. Two outs. Top of 2. Jackson Blum at the plate. Reminder that Big League Wiffle Ball plays with the old school yellow bats rather than what we see in many tournaments, the bigger circumference to allow more offense. 3-1. Oh, Rose really took something off there. Interesting pitch. And it's a 3-2 count. 2 outs as the Wolves looking to limit the damage here in game 1. Full count. These are the moments. And Rose loses them. Bases loaded. Not what he wanted to do to face Tui. Right-hander versus left-hander. A proven clutch hitter. Get Tui, and it's 1-0 and still in this ball game. Allow him a big hit, and this game may be over. Jankowski on second, Blum on third. Wow, Jankowski's tipping pitches, which could make for an awkward post-game congratulations. Tipping pitches is fighting news, fighting terms. 2-0 count. Rose cannot lose Tui, but gets back in the count at 2-1. Energy high here at Rose Field. It loses it down low. 3-1. Can the Wolves fall behind 2-0 and still have a chance in this game? That's what we're about to find out. Oh, and Tui with a big swing on a screwball from Rose. 3-2 count. Nice job from the commissioner. Huge moment in this game. Oh, and he gets Tui on a perfect 73-mile-an-hour pitch. Tui talking to himself. Rose limits the damage. We go to the bottom of the second with the score 1-0 altitude. Grandma Debbie Rose on hand taking pictures. Henry Stratton, I'm in the zone announcing, don't you think, buddy?
So,
Thanks, buddy. Where do you go to school online?
Sequoia Choice. But
Okay.
next year I'm moving to Boston.
You're moving to Boston. Okay. You a hockey player?
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing for.
How old are you?
16, so going to junior.
This is behind the scenes with Henry Stratton. So, Henry Stratton, you are moving to Boston
Yes, sir.
to perfect your hockey skills. Is that correct?
Yep. Yes, sir.
How good are you at hockey?
I'd say I'm pretty good.
Yeah? What's your dream?
To play NCAA Division I hockey.
Do you have that potential?
I think I do.
What position do you play on the ice?
I'm a goaltender.
Goaltender. Wow. One of the best positions in all of sport. Jackson Blum
Right on his team.
takes the mound with Jankowski, the tan man back and right, Tui in left. Blum has a lot of pitches. Rose knows him well. Right down the middle. That was a pitch to hit. 1-1 count. Well done by Blum at 73 miles an hour. Blum drops way down on the right-hand side and said he only has a 2-2 count now. Logan Rose, hands up, looking to make a difference. Oh, good job fouling that pitch off. A lot of spin.
I've seen crazy.
Logan Rose, a threat to hit a home run at any time with the short porch and right. Recently reached his PR of 235 pounds on the bench. Well done, Logan Rose. 2-2 count. And perfect pitch at 79. Unfortunately, that's a ball, Redondo Beach. And we have a 3-2 count. Stays composed. Oh, and Rose had another pitch to hit. Just missed it. Blum with another strikeout. Can the Wolves manufacture any offense against Blum, who's looking very sharp on the mound early on? No walks yet for Blum, but behind in the count here, 2-0. As Henry Stratton considers his move to Boston to be the great next goaltender in the NHL. Not much a right-hander can do on that pitch in the very top of the zone. The lanky right-hander throwing a lot of darts here early. Really locating his pitch as well. Even Mike Toohey, one of the best pitchers in American wiffle ball, tipping his cap to his teammate here. Seeing him for the first time. Good job by Luke Rose to foul that pitch off. Luke Rose is one of the more mercurial players in the league. Wow, look at that pitch from Blum. He looks like a blackjack dealer in Las Vegas. Laying down the cards, making it happen, keeping money for the house, his house, and here comes Bling Man Brock Johnson. Cools down the crowd with that fan, what you would call a swing. Here we go, 0-1 count. Competition has definitely elevated here in Big League Wiffle Ball in the 2024 season. And that nicked it. Blum's location has been unbelievable here in Game 1. Top of the zone, outside of the zone. He's adding the count 0-2. And Brock Johnson showing the sportsmanship, acknowledging another great pitch from Blum, as the greatest announcer in wiffle ball history just predicted. Down go the Wolves. We are at 1-0 altitude after 2. Deputy Commissioner Carson Rose, what are you doing after the game today? Silencio. Okay. Henry Stratton, when are you moving to Boston?
Middle of August.
Middle of August. And will you be playing for a high school team there, or what will you be doing?
I'll be playing for a club team called Boston Hockey Academy.
Okay. And tell us a little more about Boston Hockey Capital.
It's based in just about a half-hour drive outside of the main city, kind of close to Boston College itself, and it's connected to Academy of Notre Dame.
And why did you choose that club team?
Because they have a lot of NCAA alumni, and that's where I want to be.
Thank you, Henry Stratton. Here we are, top of the third. Joey Jankowski will lead it off for the altitude. Nice pitch by Rose. And he swings at a ball that hits his balls. Might be a first in big league wiffle ball history. Jankowski looking for a cup, if not a cough. 1-2 count. Rose just missed. And that's a wrap for Jankowski, who has struggled against the commissioner here today. But Jackson Blum will step to the plate. What a big game. The MVP of Game 1 so far. He's looked great on the mound, had the big hit that drove in a run. He'll be flying back to Redondo Beach after the game. No word if it's a private charter or not. One zero. Low. Big swing from Blum, looking to take it out to left. 2-1, one out. Top of 3. Oh, and Blum hits it. Goodbye. We just called it on the last at bat. Who is this madman? We did not see it in York, Pennsylvania. We did not see it in Big League Wiffle Ball last year, but as they say, some people can have a great offseason, and that's Jackson Blum, number 19, who takes it deep against Logan Rose. The Altitude take a 2-0 lead on that changeup that Blum took deep. Tui hits it! Oh, off the wall in left center. Good defense by Luke Rose, and Brock Johnson holds it to a single. Azir getting a Rose here in the top of the 3rd. That's what can happen. You see a pitcher too much, you know what he's going to come with you at. Paints the inside part of the plate. 1-1 count, 1 out. Another nice pitch from Rose. Jankowski apparently played at Mesquite High School yesterday in 108-degree weather. He might have had a heat stroke with the way he's looking at the plate today. But his tan looks good. We appreciate the haircut. Team captain Joey Jankowski. Let's see what he can do now. He swings and misses, but Jankowski and the Altitude have a 2-0 lead as the hero of Game 1 steps to the plate. Hits it to right. Can Brock Johnson. Nice defensive play. Down go the Altitude, but not before taking a 2-0 lead on the Jackson Blum home run to left center. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd with the Wolves looking to get a runner. Any chance to get back in this game. Logan Rose is going to lead it off here as the Wolves need base runners here in the bottom of the last. Nice swing. It's a pitch to hit. 74. It's another strike for Blum, who couldn't look any sharper here in his 2024 debut for the Altitude.
Oh, jinx it.
Blum, scared by an Arizona bee, steps off the mound. Oh, and Rose! Oh, Oh, Jankowski popped it up. We thought it had a chance to go out. The wind kept it in. Nice swing from Rose. Jankowski with good defense and right. And that could be the nail in the coffin for the Wolves. They needed base runners. Luke Rose with a really nice swing at the plate. Stayed on that sweeper. As the van man.
Two outs away from a perfect game.
2 outs away, Henry Stratton, the deputy commissioner,
To say that.
reminds us 2 outs away from a perfect game for Jackson Blum. We're not jinxing it. We're simply commenting on it. As Rose goes down, 1 out away from a perfect game for the altitude, and it's up to Brock, Mr. Johnson. How about that from Blum? If he delivers a perfect game.
Just really jinx. Like, there's just no way.
Deputy Commissioner Carson Rose warning about the jinx here in the announcer's booth. Johnson looking a little rusty. We know he's a wiffle ball enthusiast, but it's good to get back on the practice field every now and then. 1-1 count. Sporting his Johnny Cash look in all black. 2-1 count. Carson Rose warned about the jinx as we go to 3-1. Carson Rose in a playoff game in St. John's, Arizona, in 6 innings of work, did not go to 3 balls and a single hitter. Now that's impressive baseball. Jackson Blum has crossed the threshold. What are we going to see from him right here? Uh-oh, 4-1 count. A walk would bring the tying run to the plate in the form of the former MVP, the current MVP, Logan Rose. Uh-oh, and just when you thought a perfect game was at hand, we still have a no-hitter, but the tying run has come to the plate in the form of Logan Rose, who had some really good swings his last at-bat. Wind swirling at Rose Field. What a pitch from Blum. He gets ahead 0-1. Mike Toohey counseling Blum. Still a no-hitter. The dangerous Logan Rose at the plate. Oh, and he had a sweeper to hit. Blum ahead in the count, 1-2. Yeah. The Wolves down to their last strike. What a pitch from Blum. Shows a new look. That's it. Oh, that's it. No, it exceeded the speed limit. A lifeline.
No, that was the speed limit. That was
A lifeline. Is that a ball or a strike?
no pitch.
No pitch. 1-2 count remains. 2 outs. Brock Johnson on first. Ooh, just missed up top. Right idea from Blum. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The moment. Rose fouls it off. Stays alive. Like John Travolta in the 1970s movie. He calls himself Mr. Clutch. Oh, and did Rose just do it? No. Oh, Mike Toohey with an incredible play. That ball went up. It looked out. It came back. It It curved. We've never seen a hit like that in big league wiffle ball history. How did that just happen? Logan Rose, totally unlucky not jacking that out. Wow. How was that even caught? But what a way to end game one. What a start to this marquee series between the Arctic Altitude and the Western Wolves.
I didn't even look.
Got to hand it to Logan Rose. He gave his team a chance to win, but instead, the Altitude on the no-hitter from Jackson Blum capture game one.
Hey, what happened to the spin out?
I overheated, and I didn't know
That's
how to...
my phone, dude.
Wrong one, buddy.
God.
Here, Logan.
How did that not go out?
It ain't going out. Of course, I saw it start coming back.
I didn't even look. Dude.
Logan, I'm just... You fix it. I don't know how to do it.
Crazy, dude.
Oh,
I was fully expecting that to be gone, dude. I was hoping.
It's twice now.
Was that the wind?
Yes, it came
Or did
back.
you just hit it weird?
No, I hit it perfect. It was completely the wind. It's swirling out there. That was,
Already
and you
sent
saw it on my last hit too.
I already sent it.
All right, put my phone back up.
You can do it. I don't know how.
Henry Stratton, that might have been my best announcing game ever. What did you think?
I thought it was really good.
It was crisp. Thanks, buddy. All right, we have the countdown on for 5 minutes.
Logan.
Good?
Logan. The polls aren't looking good for you. Yeah, it's good.
What's that?
Yeah, no, you
I'm gonna break some now.
No, no,
No, I'm not going to talk about the end result.
no, you can't talk about it anyway.
Okay. I'll find a way to
No, you
articulate
that
it.
stuff.
I'll find a way to express it, Logan. Are we live? Behind the scenes at Big League Wiffle Ball.
Yeah.
Welcome to Game 2. And if Game 1 is any indication between the Arctic altitude and the Western Wolves, we have more excitement in store for you. And in breaking news,
No.
Mike Toohey, Randy Dalby, and Jordan Robles may be partnering soon on a big new endeavor. On a big new endeavor that we're not going to talk about further, but the deal is done.
He hates it, by the way. But
Play to win or go home. That's what Mike Toohey says. Whether it's here today or it's in the future. We like that attitude from the Midwestern University student. Toohey's going to take the mound for the altitude after the no-hitter from Jackson Blum. But it was a no-hitter with adventure. Altitude will be the home team here. Here we go. Wolves are going to lead it off. A lot of people predicted that the altitude were the favorites to win it all after they saw the combination of Toohey and Jackson Blum. Good general management from Deputy Commissioner and Team Captain
What?
Joey Jankowski. Let's get this game going. Looks like Logan Rose will lead it off again for the Wolves, as Deputy Commissioner Carson Rose has some things to do after the series is over. Hello. Welcome to the announcer's booth.
That hit my head.
Yeah.
Put a little baby tape.
Yeah.
No, when you're hitting directly into the wind, just you hit it really high, just stay there.
It's game time here in Paradise Valley, Arizona at Rose Field. Can any team break through the combination of Mike Toohey and Jackson Blum this year? That literally is the entire question in Big League Wiffle Ball. Logan Rose had a big hit that everyone thought was going to tie it up, only to get caught by Toohey at the warning track. Right back up the middle. What spin? And he's out at first, Deputy Commissioner. Nice defense by the altitude, but good job by Rose, who continues to put pressure on the defense. And here comes the playboy, Luke Rose. You will see him in July at Major League Wiffle Ball's
We're not playing with them. Yeah, we're not playing with them.
Or maybe not outside of Detroit. Blum, very deep in left. Nicks the strike zone. Really changes it up at only 59 miles an hour. Great job by Tui. We refer to Brody Livingston as El Hombre Mágico, but Tui showing a lot of range himself on the mound. And here comes Brock Johnson, looking for his first hit in his big league wiffle ball career, facing one of the best in America. Good swing. Oh, what? 0-2. Tui just doesn't miss. That's the thing. The control, very impressive. Reminds you of a Greg Maddux with a little more velocity, the Hall of Fame pitcher for the Atlanta Braves. And that's a quick 3 outs. As it looks like Luke Rose is going to take the mound. We haven't seen him on the mound since York, Pennsylvania in October. We did a really nice job on the mound and at the plate. Luke has been getting to know students all over the valley this summer. From McClintock to who knows where. Is that going to buoy him on the mound as his father gets ready to celebrate 50 years tomorrow? A big birthday for Luke Rose's father, Scott Rose. Henry Stratton, how about a little birthday salute to Scott Rose Jr.?
Happy
Well
birthday.
done. Former Home Run Derby champion in 1996. The Wiffle Ball World Series, Henry Stratton.
Is that when Mike Cross beat you?
That was the time that Boston Market, led by Mike Cross, Carson Rose's teammate, defeated the Rose team, the defending 1995 Wiffle Ball champions. Here we go. A lot of warm-up for Luke Rose. Threw a lot of pitches in before the game started, so let's get rolling.
Okay, this is good luck. We can make at least 30 yards.
Here we go.
Luke, let's go,
Jackson
buddy.
Blum's going to lead it off for the altitude right now. Here we go. The Wolves are missing Keaton Kimmel today, the hard-throwing left-hander. Luke Rose steps in. Right back up the middle. Rose, nice job to Johnson at first. In a mirror image of how the last inning started. Mike Tui now steps to the plate.
Huh? Was that Blum?
The altitude are now 5-2 on the year as the Wolves fall to 3-4, last year's runner-up. Rose looking lanky and limber on the mound. Nice drop. Oh my! Where did that end up on what looked like a great pitch from Rose? That just shows Tui's prowess and why the altitude are so dangerous. Hit it into the teeth of the wind. Mike Tui with the center field bomb. The altitude take the lead 1-0. as the Wolves have got to be asking themselves, can they get 80 runs? Can they manufacture anything off the altitude pitching? Rose comes right back. It's ahead in the count.
There you go. There you go. There.
Oh my, what a defensive play from Rose. Infield single for Joey Jankowski, his first hit of the series. Showing that his bat can match his tan.
That's a warning.
1-0 count to Blum. Late on that swing. Altitude looked dangerous here. Definitely a threat to win it all. Nice pitch by Rose, who's looking sharp here in game 2, notwithstanding the Tui home run. Nothing he could really do about that home run. Henry Stratton, what'd you think? Was it better hitting?
I mean, you're facing one of the top players in the country, hitting-wise, and he just got all of it. Nothing you can do.
Well done, Henry Stratton. 2-2 count. 1 out with Brock Johnson in right. Rose just missed. How did Blum lay off that pitch? 3-2. The sweeper gets Blum, and we have 2 outs. With Jay squared on first, the dangerous Mike Tui steps to the plate as the Wolves are talking to themselves. Before we were asking who is Henry Stratton, that question's been answered. Now we ask who is Brock Johnson? 1-0 count. Bottom of the first. The Wildcat falls behind in the count 2-0. 3-0 now. As Rose really playing the pull in center. Nice pitch. Word is Mike Tui loves Dallas, Texas. And he wants to find a way to get there.
Yeah, stop.
3-1 count. Right back. Oh, Logan Rose drops the ball but gets the force. Luke Rose almost had it. Nice hit by Tui. But the Wolves show good defense.
Logan, that camera's off. This camera's off too. The back one. I think it's dead.
Let's move that.
Well, there's only one camera.
Why is this only moving?
I think so.
So you gotta do this.
I don't know how.
Or just stay with this angle for this.
No, why don't just go get the back one?
No.
Where's the battery?
That's in here right now. Do it with this face. The battery's up there.
After 1, it is altitude 1 and the Wolves 0. So the Wolves captured game 1 of this series. Altitude are sizing up their brooms, thinking they may sweep. Logan Rose is going to lead it off again here. He's looked really good at the plate so far. .74, that's a strike. Rose tracking it. That one got away from MT. Carson Rose boasting good earlobes in the announcer's booth. Here we go.
What?
1-1 count. Ooh, took a little off that. Didn't confuse Rose, but he just missed it. One, two now as the Wolves look to try to get back in this game. Welcome, Dylan Grossman, to the game today. Appreciate you checking in and looking in on your friends and former teammates. Rose rips one right down the line. What a hit. Pulled it off the great Mike Toohey. A leadoff double for the right-hander. He's been tracking all game exactly what the Wolves needed. Logan Rose, who hit .372 for Phoenix Country Day Varsity's baseball team, including .538 in the second half of the season, including 7 bunt singles, showing his power and his prowess by ripping that off Toohey down the right field line. Luke Rose has also looked better at the plate today. They look for something, anything, to get back in this game. Oh, and Rose puts it in play. Toohey makes a play, gets him at first. What a play. Wow.
How do you do replay?
Luke Rose is calling himself safe.
You have to click the.
We are going to the replay. He appeared to be out.
Wrong game.
He appeared to be out on a great defensive play by Mike Toohey.
So Logan, the replay is actually of my game against the Extreme.
Here, wait, I can just pull it up.
Oh yeah. Hold on, we're watching.
Henry Stratton.
Nope, the camera angle.
Oh yeah, it's not in camera. It's not in frame.
It looked like a tie, but
You not see it?
No. Well,
I couldn't see it from here.
who ruled it?
it looked,
You ruled it. You said it was an out. No one else said it.
it looked like it was a tie from where I was sitting.
You look like a tie?
Yeah.
I actually said.
The booth via Henry Stratton, deputy commissioner. The export to be has ruled a tie at first base. So it's first and third. Henry Stratton had the view. The announcer did not, nor did Deputy Commissioner Carson Rose. More controversy at Rose Field. So we have first and third, nobody out, as Jankowski is whining despite his great tan.
Really interesting on that one.
First and third. They're threatening against the great Mike Toohey. Good swing by Brock Johnson. Nobody out. First and third. The altitude did not argue it vociferously. It's either good sportsmanship or they acknowledge what took place at first base. First and third. Two-one count. Big moment here at Rose Field as Johnson looks to make his mark in big league wiffle ball. Hittable pitch. Johnson
That's
just
on the
swung. What's that?
It said 86, but it's on this one.
Johnson just swung over the top of it. 1-2.
Wait, 3-2 or 2-2?
3-2.
3-2? 3-2 count. Nobody out. Blumman left. Jankowski in right. Oh, and Johnson. Oh, Jankowski.
2 outs.
Double play.
Yeah, it's a double play.
Luke Rose gets caught off on first. What a boneheaded move. 2 outs now. Who thought that? Johnson puts the ball in play, albeit foul. Jankowski with the good play. Luke Rose Base running error. Now it's up to Logan Rose, who ripped a double down the right field line last time. Man on third. 2 outs now. Right back up. Is that an out, Deputy Commissioner Carson Rose? Henry Stratton says yes.
Well done.
Logan Rose puts it in play. Is it a fielder's choice that leads to the third out of the inning?
We're checking. Yeah, he's out.
He's out by a wide mark at home plate. No controversy in the booth, as one call went against the altitude. But Mike Toohey, first and third, nobody out, gets out of a jam in the top of the second.
Can I get the battery, Carson?
Battery.
Where is it?
Oh, it's right in there. Right behind me. That's the bigger one.
Luke Rose looking sharp in warm-ups, trying to keep his team close, trailing 1-0.
See, I like how Mike's in place. How we're just like speeding.
You pitch fast.
Yeah, we haven't had a game or a series go over 2 hours since the first one because we played Logan.
Here we go. It's J squared. Joey Jankowski's going to lead it off for the altitude. These two know each other well, Luke Rose and Joey Jankowski. Friends off the field, opponents today. A complete makeover for the altitude after losing to Aiden Mahoney's Desert Diamonds in last year's playoffs. What everyone wants to know is, where is Aiden Mahoney right now?
Where's the catch? Oh, that's good.
Here comes Luke Rose, who looked very sharp in the first inning. Logan Rose not playing Jankowski as a pull hitter. With Brock Johnson in right, nice pitch by Rose at 71 miles an hour. Another. Rose is dealing. We referenced Las Vegas blackjack dealers before. Rose looks really sharp here. Three-two now. Here as Jankowski leads it off in the bottom of the second for the altitude. Great pitch, and Jankowski, that's a
strike, bro.
That's a strikeout, is it not? 75. Is it a ball or a no pitch?
Mahoney texted me. He says, I'm in Ireland.
And that's it.
Death.
Jankowski gets lucky. Aiden Mahoney, viewing from Ireland, just responded to the acknowledgement on the stream. We appreciate Aiden Mahoney, the charismatic, the colorful, the great defensive player that is Aiden Mahoney. Ambassador for the league. No one like him. Two one count now. 3-1.
This last series, right? Slate 4.
Dangerous moment for the Wolves at 4-1. Runner on first. Nobody out. And Aiden Mahoney in Ireland. Great pitch. Brings it to a full count. Rumor has it that Aiden Mahoney went and kissed the Blarney Stone in Ireland, hoping for some good luck that he can bring back to big league wiffle ball. 4-2 count. Oh! And that's 2 consecutive walks for Rose. Now, I like the visual of Aiden Mahoney kissing the Blarney Stone, but some of our viewers may not. But no matter. The altitude. Threatening here in the second. First and second, nobody out. Is Luke Rose starting to talk to himself as he's wont to do from time to time. Nice. Oh, 75 miles an hour. He is frustrated. That's a ball. 2-0 count.
No pitch.
No pitch, Deputy Commissioner Carson Rose rules.
I thought you
It's a 1-0 count.
One.
Chewy. Oh, he touches it in fair. That's a fair ball. That's a fair ball. It hit off Luke Rose's leg. 2 more runs scored. Chewy with a bang-bang play. We have a 3-0 ball game. Chewy will move up to third. That's a home. That's an inside the Parker home run.
No, that's out of play. Yeah, no. Yeah, that would be dead ball, but it would still have scored 2. Let's see.
It hit his leg before it went
Oh,
foul.
if it hit the tree, it's foul.
Hit the tree, that means
It doesn't look like it hit the tree.
oh, it's quite dead. Hit the
Did not hit the tree.
Oh, it definitely did.
It hit the tree?
Did it hit the tree?
I don't think it hit the tree.
Well, I mean, based on where it lands, it doesn't really look like it did.
I feel like it dropped pretty.
Yeah, no, it dropped pretty fast. It did not hit the tree. You can clearly see it. So, Tui, you're on second. It scores 2. Yeah, no, it dropped like watch.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that didn't.
Wait, 2 runs scored.
Yeah,
2 run score, so it's 3-0. 2.
1 run, no. It's a double.
Oh, okay.
2-0, second and third, nobody out.
Yeah, 2-0.
Controversy remains ally and antagonist at Rosefield. Sweeper gets Jankowski
No
to
pitch.
chase.
No pitch.
It was 71 and 77 on the
How do you check? What? Yeah, it was 71.
It's a strike.
Yeah, so strike.
Can you?
Carson, fix the.
Fix what?
It's not showing.
What's not showing? What are you doing, Logan?
Fixing
I already did.
It's to unplug it. It's not
It's gonna show.
No, it won't.
I just did it.
Trust me.
Fine. Throw. Luke, throw. Yeah, it works.
Do you want me to show the team comparisons?
No, don't do that. Show like that.
I already did.
Like one of these.
Jankowski's leading the cancer.
Yeah, just pull time. Get through that.
Nice pitch from Rose at 71. What's the count?
Just okay.
1-2. Nobody out. Tui on second. Blum on third. Time to remind of who's our hits leader at Big League Wiffle Ball so far in 2024. After this pitch, breaks Jankowski's knees, gets the strikeout. Let's put that statistic back up to remind our viewers. that Randy Dalby is leading the league in hits with 14, followed closely by Brody Livingston.
Tied.
And Carson Rose in third with 12, followed by the big bat of Rodney Ross at 10, and Joey Jankowski with 8. Jackson Blum at the plate. Just missed inside. Wolves getting frustrated. Right back up the middle. And that's through Rose. 1 run will score.
So,
And I think that hit Jankowski, did it not?
no,
Blum goes off-
it didn't hit the backstop yet. I actually watched that.
So that's 2 more runs will score on the ruling from Deputy Commissioner Carson Rose as the Altitude take a 4-0 lead.
Can you click record on that like twice? Yeah.
As they are pressing the Wolves hard and looking like the team to beat in big league wiffle ball.
It's bottom of salad.
What's happening? It's 1 out. No, he was
No,
safe.
it was a bad call.
Luke, he was safe. He was safe. It's 1 out.
4-0, 1-0, runner on second. Nice pitch by Rose. Gets Tui to chase. What's interesting in this series so far is Blum not expected to have a big bat at the plate. Rips it right to Brock Johnson. What a defensive play. Channels Christian Walker again. 2 outs now as Blum moves up to third. 4-0 Altitude here in the bottom of the second. Big game tonight between the Dallas Mavericks and the Boston Celtics, and the Altitude looking very Celtic-like. 1-1 count. Nice pitch by Rose, who dropped down. Our fans would like to talk to Luke Rose or get an autograph. He will be at the Chart House in McCormick Ranch at 6:30 tomorrow. 1-1. Good pitch. Just missed. Rose wears his emotions on his sleeve. Could almost be the Western Wolf emotions when he's on pitching. 4-1. Good job to come back and bring it to a full count. Gets Jankowski to swing. The Altitude go down, but not before.
Nobody.
Jankowski stays alive. Rose exceeded the velocity limit. Full count, 2 outs. 74. Wolves just laughing at circumstance. It's a game of inches. It's a game of miles per hour. Oh, and Rose loses them. 2 tough breaks. First and third, 2 outs. Rose's girlfriends around Arizona watching this. And here comes the unexpected Jackson Blum. Looked really good on the mound, throwing a no-hitter in game 1. but has looked arguably even better at the plate. What happened to Redondo Beach in the offseason? Nice movement from Rose. Gets Blum to chase. 2-1. 2 outs. You don't rub it after getting hit by a pitch in Major League Baseball, but especially in Big League Wiffle Ball. You get hit by that disc, just acknowledge it and move on, despite the welt.
Rose has the yips.
Right to... Oh, nice play by Logan Rose. The scouting report had Blum nailed, and the Wolves get out of it on a nice defensive play by the reigning MVP, but not before falling behind 4-0 as they look to get anything started against Mike Toohey.
Where's the lineup?
Who's up?
Luke's up. Yeah, they know they got it.
Luke Rose will lead it off for the Wolves, as they have a very steep hill to climb, even Everest-like, against the altitude. Toohey's ready to go. Good time to remind our sports fans that Carlos Alcaraz won his 3rd Grand Slam title today, earlier at the French Open. One more to go, the Australian Open, to capture the career Grand Slam. 1-0 count to Rose. Rallies have to start a certain way. Can Luke Rose start it here? Rose was all over that. Two 2-1. Wolves get 4. This game's over, and we go to game 3. Bends it like Beckham. Great movie about soccer. A couple decades ago. Toohey does it there. Fans Luke Rose. When it's up to Brock Johnson to get this rally started. Altitude looking confident. It was Johnson's foul ball that Jankowski made a great play on in the last inning that turned this game in a different direction. 1-0 count now to Johnson. Oh, and what does Brock Johnson do? He goes deep. Welcome to Big League Wiffle Ball. The Diamondback intern, the KC resident, the Chiefs fan. He goes right center field with a big blast. And it looks like Brock Johnson may be invited back after taking the great Mike Toohey deep. 4-1 altitude. This game is not over yet. Good swing by Rose, who continues to look good at the plate. That hit by Johnson really caught the jet stream. Long ways out. It's a first hit given up on the day by the altitude, but what a hit it was by Brock Johnson. 1-1. Nothing's fooling Logan Rose. He's really tracking the pitch as well. But he's behind in the count 1-2. Chases the sinker. That's it for Rose, and it's up to Luke Rose, the former MVP, to keep this game alive. Shui looking to close it out. Good screwball to the right-hander. Shui's lost a couple of those pitches way outside. One count, 2 outs. Luke Rose, foul ball. Good rip. He's had some really good swings at the plate, trying to break through. It was Luke Rose's home run in York, Pennsylvania that launched him to an improbable championship run against MLW's all-star team. Luke Rose with another good swing. Knows he was on that. 4-1 ball game. Top of the last here in game 2. And that's it for the Wolves. The altitude strikeout Luke Rose. They go on to capture game 2 4-0 after winning, after capturing game 2 by a 4-1 score after the Brock Johnson home run. And after capturing game 1 1-0, we'll see you soon for game 3. behind the scenes with Carson Rose and Henry Stratton as Luke Rose leaves the announcer's booth. And we are getting ready to start game 3. Logan Rose has warmed up.
Put that on.
The Altitude have captured the first 2 games of the series, 1-0 and 4-1. Both excellent games. If you want to see wiffle ball at its highest levels, we're glad you're tuning in. Jackson Blum will lead it off with Luke Rose back and left. Logan Rose on the mound with Brock Johnson, the home run hitter of game 2, in right field.
Yeah.
The Altitude have their brooms out, but will they actually sweep here in game 3? This is Jason Rose, the greatest announcer in wiffle ball history, bringing the action live to you with Deputy Commissioner Carson Rose and Deputy Commissioner Henry Stratton. Three-one. Logan Rose pitching with Aiden Mahoney in Ireland. Logan Rose put up 235 pounds at Mountainside Fitness at 56 and Shea earlier this week.
Running out of things to say.
Deputy Commissioner Carson Rose, the greatest announcer in big league wiffle ball history, never runs out of things to say. But thank you for suggesting such. Wolves have fallen to 3-5 on the season. The Altitude now at 6-2. Tui showing a lot of discipline at the plate, including on that pitch. 3-0 count. We don't know who the Altitude are going to throw here in game 3, whether it's Blum or Tui. But that is 5 straight balls from Logan Rose, and the Altitude are already threatening, having captured the first 2 games of this series. Brock Johnson wondering what it's going to be like to enjoy a summer or experience a summer here in Phoenix.
Blum's pitching.
The rumblings are that Blum will pitch game 3. He threw a no-hitter in game 1. Can the Wolves afford to give up a run here so early in game 3? Joey Jankowski at the plate. Nice job by Logan Rose to put a tourniquet on the bleeding. 1-1. How did Jankowski lay off that pitch? 2-1. 3-1. An uh-oh moment for the Wolves. 4-1 count, first and second. Nobody out. 3 straight walks by Logan Rose. Bases are juiced. The brooms are bigger here at Rose Field. Wolves need a break. Something good to happen. Commissioner and captain calling Luke Rose in to play a little. Yes. Strike 1. Jankowski on second. A lot of sweepers from Logan Rose here. That's a dart from the right-hander. 1-2 pitch, or 1-2 count. The altitude going to have the fire to close this thing out and get the sweep and threaten the Eastern Extreme for best record in the league.
No, low.
2-2.
Low.
Nobody out. Rips it to Johnson, gets the out at first, tries to get him at home. Jankowski's going to go. That
didn't hit the thing.
what Deputy Commissioner Carson?
That's 2 runs, right? Yeah, it's 2 runs.
2 runs of score. Johnson tried to get him at first.
He did get him.
Throwing error. Blum continues to put the ball in play. Second and third, 2-0, 1 out.
Second. Yeah, only 1 runner. So it's man on second.
Bases loaded.
No, they scored 2.
It was 2 scored, so it's second and third.
Yeah, it would be
One of
second.
them was out.
One of them got
that
out.
first.
Zach was out. Yeah.
Okay, man on third.
Altitude continue to press the Wolves. Right back up the middle. Luke Rose. Wow, he throws it over the backstop.
No, it's a
That's
dead
a
ball.
third run.
Yeah, he can take an advance base.
Tui advances to second. Is the altitude showing a hitting prowess to match their pitching prowess? Sending a message to the league. Oh, 2. Rose jumps in front. That's strike 3. 2 outs now. But not before the altitude have gotten out in front. 3-0. Great curveball from the right-hander. Weird pitch from Rose, but it's effective. 0-2. And that's it. Blum goes down. We go to the bottom of the first
Break or something?
with the altitude scoring 3 runs.
No, I don't.
The Wolves facing a big
Logan.
deficit to try and avoid this sweep.
Logan. Or Joey. Can you go turn that camera off and on? It like glitched and now it's green. No, that was back there.
Back one.
Jackson Blum will be back on the mound after throwing a no-hitter in Game 1.
Here we go.
Narrowly escaping a dramatic comeback from the Wolves on a warning track shot from Logan Rose that would have tied it up. Logan Rose will lead it off for the Wolves. It's looked very sharp at the plate today. Had a good double against Mike Tui. What oh? And did he hit it? Oh, foul ball. Rips it into the Oleanders. What would have been a triple if it would have stayed foul.
Brock, can you turn the camera on and off?
1-1 count.
One more.
Dude,
Blum.
Yeah,
okay, one more.
There we go.
2-1 count.
Oh wait, no.
Put it off.
No.
No. Click.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
No, it's not.
Rose knew exactly
Look
what
at
was
one more,
coming
one
there.
more.
Just
No,
missed
'cause
it.
it's not recording.
2-2 now.
One more.
No, I don't know.
Just leave it off for now.
Blows it by Rose at 73 miles an hour.
What?
Down goes the commissioner as the altitude throw it around the horn. And the Wolves have changed up their lineup with Brock Johnson hitting second after that home run in game 2 for the big league wiffle ball rookie. Nasty curveball from the lanky right-hander. Blum, smart pitcher, working inside out, confusing the hitters. 3 beautiful pitches from the Redondo Beach righty. 2 quick outs for the altitude. Is anyone going to be able to beat this team this year? Luke Rose at the plate. Good movement from Blum, but inside. Big swing from Rose. Teammates in York, opponents today. Tui in left, Jankowski in right. Good swing from Rose. He's all over it. But that's 3 quick outs for the altitude. A brutal pitch for the right-hander. Blum continuing to show great control. And after 1, altitude 3, Wolves, nothing.
Yeah. Is there a bat in here we can use? I snapped the last bat.
Yeah, look down.
You snapped it?
No, there's bats. It's the handle, bro.
Here's this, Joey. It's the same thing without tape on it.
What is?
We can use it?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, that's
Are you
fine.
allowed to?
I'm gonna use this
Logan
one
said
too.
he couldn't hear. What?
I know.
Here we are, top of the second. Mike Tui will lead it off for the altitude with Luke Rose playing a deep left. Gets Tui to chase. Talking to himself after that. Brock Johnson back and right. Rips it. Oh, look at the spin on that ball. Nothing the Wolves can do. Tui just keeps putting the ball in play. That's what you need to do in wiffle ball because of the spin, because of the motion. Here comes the tan man, Bandel Soleil, Joey Jankowski. Nice pitch from Rose at the exact limit for velocity. 1-1. This is Jason Rose, the voice of Big League Wiffle Ball, along with Henry Stratton and Carson Rose in the booth, bringing this action to you on June 9th, 2024, the day before Scott Rose Jr.'s big 50th birthday party.
Reed Umar's birthday.
And Reed Umar,
Today.
a member of the Eastern Extreme. Little
Safe.
safe at first. Check swing single from Jankowski. Well, let's give another shout out to Reed Umar, the Eastern Extreme hockey player, friend of Henry Stratton, big home run hitter in Game 5 of last year's championship series. Feliz cumpleaños. Here we go. Back to the action. 2-0 count now to Blum as the altitude threaten again. Three-0 count. First and second. Nobody out. Blum puts it in play. Nice job by the Wolves. Get the out at first. Good defense by Rose and Brock Johnson. We don't know why we only call him by Brock Johnson rather than his first name or just his last name. We like the full name. Inspired by Jake Tucker, a sometime teammate of the Western Wolves. Second and third, one out, altitude up 3-0 here in the top of the second. Rose has not had a lot of success against Mike Toohey today. Good pitch, but just missed inside. Took a little something off that. Another broken bat.
They're leaving him in the sun.
2 for the altitude within the span of an inning. Beautiful summer day, albeit hot here at Rose Field.
Yeah, my bad.
Toohey looking to find his right bat. Two, one out. Puts it in play again. Rose gets him at home. Nice play by the commissioner. Fielder's choice, that'll be ruled. So the altitude will have first and third, 2 outs for the Tan Man. Pops it up, foul. Kowski looking better at the plate and among the top 5 leaders in hits this season already. A marked improvement from his 2023 season. The opposite of Corbin Carroll for the Diamondbacks. Great change screw from Logan Rose. 0-2 count. Good job by Rose. It was his count.
So,
Foul ball.
Logan, we gotta pause. We have no cameras. Okay, well, I'm saying. Here, we're gonna go to an intermission here.
Play will resume with 2 outs, first and third, top of the second, altitude leading 3-0. Looking to put a fork in last year's runner-ups, the Western Wolves. We'll look back on, and that's a wrap for the altitude. We'll look back on this series and that big hit Logan Rose had at the end of game 1 that looked to tie it up 2-2, but the wind brought it back in, and Mike Toohey made a great defensive play in center field. The Wolves have yet to get a hit off Jackson Blum. Blum was not on the mound when the altitude lost to Aiden Mahoney and the Diamonds, shocking the wiffle ball world. Speaking of the wiffle ball world, we'll see you October 19th for the return of the Western Wiffle Ball Classic to Scottsdale Stadium. After 1 year in Goodyear, in the spring training home of the Cleveland Guardians and the Cincinnati Reds, we will return to the home of the San Francisco Giants. Bottom of 2. Logan Rose will lead it off after the perfect first inning from Blum, who was 1 out away from throwing a perfect game in game 1, only to be jinxed by the announcer.
You just had to say it again.
Good rip from Rose. .76 mile an hour. That's a ball. 1-1 count to Rose. No count, or no pitch. 1-0. Okay. It's 0-1, not 1-0. You swung at the first pitch.
No pitch. It was 76.
2 in a row, 76?
The second one was 76, and I didn't swing.
You swung at the first one.
So it was a no pitch.
Yeah, it's 1-0.
1-0. Okay. Who's on first? Logan Rose at the plate.
Yes, he did.
Logan, you went.
Close pitch, but up high. 3-1. No, he didn't. 4-1. Good sportsmanship from Toohey and left. 4-0?
3-1.
No, it's 4-1.
It's 4. All right.
What's the count? Full?
What?
It's 4-1 now? 4-1 count. Nice pitch by Blum. Down low. The Wolves need runners, and they have one in the form of Logan Rose. And here comes Game 2 home run hitter for the Wolves, Brock Johnson. No one anymore asking who is Brock Johnson. Well, I'm getting a little exotic with his pitches. Up 3-0. Low again on this hot day. Is the heat getting to Blum? A walk by Johnson would bring the tying run to the plate here in Game 3. Blum takes his time in his Vans. Paints the outside part of the plate. Just what he needed. 4-1 count. Logan Rose on first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. 3-0 altitude. And that's 2 base runners on. Not the start Blum was looking for. Tying run comes to the plate and will exist all inning long in the form of Luke Rose. Here we go. Just when you thought this series is over, the Wolves have a glimmer of hope as Luke Rose is due. Nice curveball from the lanky right-hander. "78 miles an hour. That's a ball. He dialed that up a little bit, channeling his inner Roldis Chapman. One count. Nobody out. Takes something off that. Smart pitching by Blum. Rose in the hole. 1-2. Wanted that. Drop ball. Just missed up high. No, he didn't.
Oh.
Close. 3-2 count now. Wolves looking to get right back in this game. Full count, as Jesus Jones used to sing, right here, right now. This is the moment for the Wolves. 1-2. Oh my gosh, what a play by Tui. Another bad break for the Wolves. Nothing you can do about that on the fielder's choice. Why was Mike Tui playing that far on the pull? What a scouting report on Luke Rose.
Or wait, that was wrong.
Wow. That could have really done some damage for the Wolves. First and second, 1 out now. Logan Rose, you get the sense that he's due for a home run. 2-0 count now. Is Blum looking a little more erratic than we've seen him in this series? That hit? 2-2. 2-1. The Wolves lose their moment after that great play from Tui. Three, 2, 1 out. Brock Johnson on second. Luke Rose on first. And we have a full count again. Blum flirting with danger. Rose fouls it off, not into the zone, just above it, stays alive. Bottom of 2, 2 on, 1 out. Oh, and he blows it by Rose at 73 miles an hour. For our fans around the world, if you're looking for tanning tips from Joey Jankowski, look him up at Joey Jankowski Tanman at hotmail.com. 2 outs now for Johnson. Needs that game 2 magic where he hit one out to right. Can he do it again? One zero. Oh, and what just happened? Pops it up. Tui gets it. The Wolves have been hitting the ball all series long, not getting any breaks. They strand 2 runners, and after 2, the Altitude maintain their lead at 3-0. Brock Johnson is going to be on the mound. No, he's not.
No, I'm just letting you sit here cool off the dandy.
What?
It's gonna slip out of my hands.
A most unusual request by Jackson Blum to cool off the handle. Something that he has not heard from his girlfriend in Redondo Beach.
Oh.
Logan Rose will be back on the mound here in the top of the third. Wolves got robbed in that inning by a great play by Mike Toohey. Stifled the rally with the force out at third. Jackson Blum will lead it off here as the Altitude look to add to their lead for a potential series sweep and go 7-2 on the year, forcing the Wolves to 3-6. Defensive swing by Blum. 1-1 now is the count. Good curveball by Rose. Hung it a little, and Blum had an opportunity to do something with it. Instead, he's falling behind in the count. 1-2. Really buckled Blum's knees on the knuckle change. Great pitch from Ocho. Gets a quick out. And up steps Mike Toohey. And he just punished that to center field. Rose went back, thinking he could get Toohey out of the same pitch to Jackson Blum, and instead he gives up a bomb to center field, and the Altitude now take a 4-0 lead. The Altitude just keep pressing you. Good swings by all 3 players today. One, 2 or 2-1? 1-1. Two one. 2-1 now is the count to Jankowski. Boy, Rose really took a lot off that pitch. 2-2. Wolves are quiet in the field. Four one count. One out. 4-0 altitude. Jankowski pops it up to Brock Johnson.
Who hit a home run?
Mike Toohey. Two outs now. As Jackson Blum looks to help himself before going back out on the mound. Great pitch by Rose. Ties up Blum on the inside part of the plate. Real good misdirection from the commissioner. He's ahead in the count, 1-2. Blum stays alive, fouls it off. One, two. Two outs. 4-0 altitude. Blum stays alive again. Quiet here at Rose Field as the Wolves. That's it. 77 miles an hour. We haven't seen Logan Rose ever throw a pitch at 77 miles an hour. So what's the count? Rose had the advantage. Now goes full. Loses Blum. A margin of error that the Wolves cannot afford at this stage of the series, this stage of the game. Carson Rose hosting an after-hours party for anyone those interested.
Walmart?
By invitation only.
What?
Falls behind Mike Toohey, 2-0. Good pitch. Any of those interested in going to Carson Rose's after party can reach out to him on Instagram at TigerSaw.
What?
So lost.
What's not lost is the altitude are up 4-0 here in game 3. 2-1 count to Toohey. Rocking an old school naked yellow bat.
Foul.
Foul ball is the call from Deputy Commissioner Carson Rose.
That was foul.
That was crushed frustration because when he hit a ball that good. (3-2 or 4-2? And that's it at 75. Sorry. Let's replay that. Luke Rose hanging his head, having been the victim of velocity here today. Right back up the middle. That's going to be an out at first. Good job by Brock Johnson. Bang, bang play. Good hustle by Toohey. And we go to the bottom of the last. The Wolves facing a sweep, needing 4 runs to tie. to avoid falling to 3-6 on the year.
So, yeah, I bought that. So it's look.
Jackson Blum will be back on the bum. Looks like Luke Rose or Brock Johnson will lead it off for the Wolves. They've scored 1 run in this entire series. As predicted, the altitude pitching has been outstanding. Down low. Nice slurve from 19. Luke Rose, a sales rep at Florida Core, will be traveling to Michigan on July 11th to tour the Great Lakes and experience what that great state has to offer. He'll also be hitting South Beach with Miles Pollock. First time visit to the Sunshine State. Good swings from Luke Rose. .74.
That's first warning, right?
What's the count?
3-2. 3-2, I thought.
Was that not a strike? That was his first warning.
No, he called it out earlier.
Full count now to Luke Rose. So says Henry Stratton. Oh, and Luke Rose does what he does. We knew it was coming. You could sense it. Great swings all game long. Takes it deep. That was a no-doubter from the former MVP. Bomb. That's what Luke Rose just did. And we have a 4-1 ball game as it looks like the altitude are changing pitchers after 1 run. Interesting strategy from Captain Joey Jankowski. Henry Stratton, what do you think of that strategy from Joey Jankowski to change pitchers after Blum has looked so good on the day?
I honestly disagree, especially after that first flawless game he had, and then this game he's looked all right, but it's just 1 run, 1 unfortunate pitch, and I disagree with the call.
Deputy Commissioner Carson Rose, are pitchers allowed to come back in? Meaning, if Tui gets hit hard, can they bring Blum back in?
No.
They cannot. So, an even more controversial move from Joey Jankowski. Blum cannot come back into this game. Logan Rose had some good swings against Tui. Top of the zone. 4-1. Nobody out after that bomb from Luke Rose off Jackson Blum. Great change of speeds at only 59 miles an hour. Completely fooled the commissioner. Oh-2. Rose in a hole. Tui moving the ball up and down, in and out. One, two. Good idea from the right-hander, but does not get Rose to chase. 2-2. Nobody out. Wolves need base runners. Tui started out 0-2 on this at bat. He now finds himself at 3-2. Four straight balls, an unusual string from Tui. Social media commentary is really questioning this move by Jankowski. Doesn't 5 straight balls from Tui. How often are you going to see that? Not often, and here comes Johnson. Brock Johnson. As the Wolves look to generate an improbable rally. 6 straight balls from Tui. Johnson had a home run to right center off Tui in Game 2. Nick the top of the zone. A life preserver for Tui. 1-1. Oh, look at that. Jankowski with the nice play.
Sick.
Good base running by Rose. He's safe at third. That run doesn't matter a lot, but the Wolves pressing. Nice job by Johnson to put the ball in play. Good job by Jankowski at right. A play equal to the tan. 4-1 ball game, 1 out. Runner on third for the Wolves. Luke Rose hit a home run last time up. Does the tomahawk chop, but misses. Rose wants that one back. Pitch to hit at only 66 miles an hour. Ball's in the hole. 0-2. Johnson on third. Fouls it off. Stays alive. Still 0-2. And down goes Rose, and up steps his cousin, the commissioner, looking to keep this game alive. Wolves need to get a base runner, any runner, to bring the tying run to the plate against Mike Tui. Great screwball. Ties up the left-hander. 0-1. Goes a little cricket. Crawls. Hugs the ground. The Wolves are down to their last strike. Their last out. 0-2 pitch. And that's it. Tui goes Carson Rose with an incredible changeup, drop ball. The Wolves fall here, but not after a valiant comeback effort. 4-1, the same score as Game 2. The Altitude get the sweep. Go to 7-2 on the season. Just 1 game behind the Eastern Extreme. The Wolves fall to 3-6. A good debut for Brock Johnson. We'll see you soon for more Big League Wiffle Ball action.